Greetings, salutations, and hello. Hi everybody. How's it going? Happy weekend. It's properly summer now here. It's like actually sunny today. Slightly warm. It's good. My orchid started flowering again. That means, I guess, that probably means it's spring. But I'm going to take it as a sign that it's summer. Sure. Not up there? Well, I guess you'll have to wait for your summer. Everybody knows the summer starts in the equator and spreads out. Right? No, it starts in the south and goes up because the Earth is on a tilt. How does that work? Summer is the worst? Well, yeah. There's always like a few days of summer where it is unbearably hot. And when you don't have like aircon in the UK and we have houses made of thick stone bricks that soak up all the heat, it can be intolerable. But we may do. It's fine. Most of the time, pretty mild. Spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Yes. All the seasons. How's everyone doing? Are you ready to vote for the best thing ever in a specific category today? And then soon we will do the final. Ready to be disappointed in democracy, yeah. I need to check dates, but I think because we've got like 15 or 16 left, and 6 weeks I think till I want to do the final, and one of those weekends I'll be away. There'll be D&D, so we might have to slip some in during the week. Maybe we can do diminished quizzes, then World Cup of everything, and still have time for something after. Got your food, they forgot one item and got another one wrong. No, that's the worst. By the time you've got it, it's like you'd rather complaining. I mean, you don't want to wait for them to deliver it again. Just try and get like free food next time. Alarm's ready to rumble. Nice. You could be following a vet around some farms. Nice. You get to see babby cows and sheeps and other things. Was it Sandbag that delivered the food? Who knows? Maybe. Right. Okay. Let's get some hype music. See what's next on the old playlist. Then we'll skip till it's a little bit hype. You ready? If I broke it to pay extra taxes, yeah. This is not hype. Hang on. Nope. 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 There we go. It's the World Cup of everything, live from Dave's office. There it is. Oh, that's the wheel. Hang on. There it is. The World Cup of everything. It's heating up. Last time we got the Stegosaurus as the best dinosaur and Pringles as the best crisp or chip. I think we've got 15 regular categories and then the everything else category. Triceratops was robbed. Yes, well, we've established that nobody is going to be happy with the final bracket. You'll be happy with some and disappointed with others. But today, it's gonna be best YouTuber. Okay. Interesting. I guess we're gonna watch clips. If we can find clips. Avoid anybody who has been cancelled for good reason. We shall see. Let me maybe musicians. Only if they're like specifically YouTube musicians, like more than the Longest Johns are. Like their music is primarily for YouTube. Okay, yeah, let's go. Maybe like fun, interesting YouTube channels that I haven't seen. I like, what do I like on YouTube? Video essays, interesting stuff. Tasting history, sure. Okay, let's. Oh, I clicked start before I'd added anyone. How do I go back? Reset bracket. Let's start with 16. See how we go. What we got? Tasting history. I'm aware of them. Jacob Geller. Primitive technology. Overly sarcastic productions. Cole McGuinness, I'd still say more of a musician than a YouTuber. Simon Whistler, okay. Safian Nygaard. Mike Boyd. Man carrying thing, okay. I should add some ones I like. H Bomber guy. Yogg's cast, of course. I guess original channel. The Blues Air Force channel. Pico's Hank, a storm chaser. Okay, cool. Mythical Kitchen is one I love, along with Sorted Food. Tom Scott, sure, Tom Scott. Angeline said Rhett and Link, sure. We'll do Good Mythical Morning and their, like, you know, songs and other stuff. Okay, I think we can get to 32. We'll give it a go. And then we'll look at, like, what is their highest watched video. And we'll skip through things. Marty Fisher, nice. Leona's Workshop. Ooh, I like William Osman, the technology person, and like Nile Red, Slow-Mo Guys, sure, I like them. Ashens, Simon Clark, sure. Hollywood Graveyard. Map Men. No Rolls Bard. Cinema Therapy. Caitlin Doty. We got 5 more. What we got? Crash Course. Bernadette, what's her name? Bernadette Banner. I like her. Jackson Galaxy, Brian David Gilbert, Anne Reardon. Okay. Anne Reardon, Brian David Gilbert, and Grim Life Collective. Okay. Are there any people you really want to get in? Because I guess we could come up with lots, but we need to limit it to the 32. Special shoot another tornado hunter. Okay, well we've got one. We happy with that? No one's like suddenly remembered their favorite YouTuber ever and want to swap one. No? Are we happy enough with these? Booktubers, okay. Like just reviewing books, reading books? You like fossil hunters? Yeah, it's a pretty good mix here. I think we're okay. Right. We're gonna start. I mean, normally we look at like pictures in the first round and then we go to videos, but I feel like this is gonna have to be videos. Man carrying thing is technically a booktuber. Okay. Greatest YouTuber. We're gonna do their most watched video. I'm gonna skip through little bits of it. Hopefully YouTube won't go, you can't watch this. I think it's fine. They might be able to content claim and profit share the video on YouTube, but I don't mind that. Just clickbait thumbnail for the first round, maybe. I think first round, highest viewed video. Then after that, we'll do a couple of just straight rounds, and then we'll do a deeper dive. This might take a while, yeah, but we'll do what we can. Okay. Tasting History versus Grim Life Collective. And I'm trusting you guys that these YouTubers are appropriate. Tasting History with Max Miller.
The sinking of the ocean.
Okay, I know him because he's appeared on things like Mythical Kitchen and other channels I watch. Most popular, 4.2 million views.
Few things improve troop morale better than a hot meal.
World War II? I tried to pause Spotify and it paused YouTube.
The name of that hot meal kind of sucks. Like this favorite frontline breakfast from World War II, creamed dried beef on toast, better known as shit on a shingle. So thank you to my Patreon patrons for constantly supporting this channel, especially on videos like this that'll probably get demonetized because I keep saying shit on a shingle. This time on Tasting History.
So he's going to look and make...
stories giving me 1 cup of liquid comes to the top.
Make
would be
World War II food.
56 dipper, because you wouldn't often have a scale on hand when you were out in the field, but you would probably have the standard quart-sized number 56 dipper. And the writing on the dipper was so standard that you could use it to make measurements.
Cooking channels with like extra.
Large immersion heaters that could heat up a barrel or even a huge tub of water rather
history
quickly.
And watching food content
for cleaning dishes or for making food. much as we could, no matter what we were cooking. We also learned to cook a lot of pizza. This woman and her daughter, they taught us how to do it right. You made do with what you had, and many times that actually meant
I don't know if it's Band of Brothers or Saving Private Ryan
near the front,
when they cook like a stew in an upturned helmet.
Packaged field
That's a good one.
And for some troops, it could be every meal, every day, for days or even weeks on end. Now, I want to do a whole video on the field rations of World War II and how they evolved into the modern MRE, or Meal Ready to Eat. And actually, I should try to do that with Steve.
Grim Life Collective. Let's go. Channel. Most popular video. Also 4.2 billion. Nice. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure Opening Day. Full ride POV and merchandise. Okay. What does he do? He used to work for Disney. Okay. He's queuing at a...
It's just after 6 o'clock in the morning, and
right now Jessica and
I are in Universal Studios.
He's going to Universal Studios to ride Hagrid's magical motorbike.
Day of Hagrid's Magical Creatures.
Is this just what he does? He just goes...
Look at this beautiful
He just goes to...
Hagrid's Magical Creatures. Motorbike
to, like,
adventure.
theme parks?
Last time we were here, they didn't have these banners up here. Those banners really add a nice touch, don't they?
Goes on the rides.
Don't mind the Thestrals. They're clever and useful, they are.
You could experience the ride without having to go there. Nice.
You go. We'll meet at the edge of the Forbidden Forest.
Is this the one? I saw a picture on Reddit of like, it was someone saying, I want to be the guy whose job it is to brush Mariah Carey's hair after going on a ride. And she was in like a motorbike sidecar, so it might have been this ride. And then as soon as the ride finishes, she's like holding her hair and the guy gets a brush out. Nice, okay.
But you reach a certain age and you can't really do rickety nostalgia.
Yeah, like it hurts your neck.
Roller coasters anymore. This was so smooth.
Oh, and it's
so
way more fun.
And we just review it. Nice. I can see why that's a good channel. To experience things without having to go there. Lovely. Well, keep swapping between music and YouTube. But it looks like Tasting History is going to take that one. I think that's fair enough. Nice. Next up, it is Leona's Workshop versus Marty Fisher. I haven't seen either of these. Let's see how we go. Leona's Workshop. Top video is redoing my first trip to Japan after regret. Sailor Moon Museum, Wonderfest, more adventures. Is this the standard content, or is this like
so it was that, or just
special? Are they just like a vlogger?
Check out the Vault and Kotobukiya buildings to get some shopping done. I grabbed a lot of things.
By workshop, I assume they make stuff.
This was a literal
like cosplay.
I allowed myself to have. Art is so far away in Japan.
Sailor Moon things.
Not only that, I was recognized by another risen monkey in the wild.
She makes like stuff like these. I see. She builds and paints garage kits.
Realize that someone recognized me.
Okay.
You guys are literally everywhere. I wish my Japanese wasn't so basic to be able to communicate more clearly, but I profusely thank him for watching my videos with the little Japanese that I could master. Away, especially the Torigate in the water, which is basically the main attraction to all this.
Yeah. That's cool.
Here,
I'm interested to see her other stuff. Okay, Garage Kit Hall. I see. Sailor Moon merch. She likes Sailor Moon. Paints minis and dolls and things. That's good. Okay, and then Marty Fisher. Spell it this way.
Hi, ich bin Marty Fischer und heute zeige ich euch, wie man einen
Hi, Marty Fisher. Is that the right Marty Fisher, or is it just without the C? Marty Fisher is a musician. This one? This is the only one that comes up. It must be him.
Hi, ich bin Marty Fischer.
And he appears to be German. He's doing a swing cover of a song. I don't know. Okay.
Schabos wissen, wer der Babo ist. Hafti-Abi ist der im Lambo und Ferrari sitzt. Saudi-Arabi-Mani.
I mean,
wissen, wer der Babo
it's
ist.
fun. I like it.
Keine Haare kitz, bevor ich komm und dir deine Nase brech. Wissen, wer der Babo ist. Immer noch
Nice. I'm just gonna open the window.
Am Bahnhof triffst, wie gerade Nasen snifft. Wissen, wer der Babo ist. Wissen, wer der Babo ist.
Tokat, Kopf ab, Mortal Kombat, Vollkontakt aller
I understood Mortal Kombat.
Du bist Honda, ich Sagat. Nicht Link von hinten,
Honda.
ich hau dich frontal Sacker. Denn Yokozuna Sumo ficke ich mit nem Pushkick. Was los, du Hurensohn, komm
Like it.
wenn du Luft kriegst.
Okay.
Pussy. Muck bloß nicht auf hier, du Rudi. Nix mit Hollywood, Frankfurt, Brudi. Du kannst Wing Chun und Kung Fu wie Bruce Lee. Kampfstil.
Nice. Okay. Is there anything else? System of a Down, Star Wars, Ghostbusters.
Hi, ich bin Marty Fischer und ich zeige euch heute...
Hi, Marty Fisher. You just talking about Ghostbusters, or is this him making it?
So ein ganz hohes... I can get no... Die müsste ja so ähnlich so diese...
Sure. Nice. Okay. Well, those are your options. Seems like a resounding success for Marty Fisher. Nice. He seems fun. Congratulations. Next up is H Bomber Guy versus Map Men. Could be interesting. H Bomber Guy's most watched video might be like 6 hours long. He's got some long stuff. There you go. Yeah, his most watched video is his, I think, the most recent one, which is 4 hours long. So I mean, without watching the whole thing, it's hard to get
In 1970,
the idea
Analog
of it.
magazine, Harlan Ellison and Ben Bova published the short story Brillo. Ellison's one of the most famous writers in history, but Bova's no slouch. He soon became editor of Analog,
And
where he
it's
was
because-
beloved and won the Hugo Award for Best Professional Editor 6 times.
Because he's got like 4 hour long video essays.
George R.R. Martin,
A lot of the
whose
time, the
career
first 2 hours
started.
isn't even
George
about
couldn't
the
make it. He
thing
was running a chess tournament at the time.
that he's talking
Writers
about.
used to have fun.
There you go,
Now
it's
we just
like-
complain about Twitter. On Twitter, Brillo was about the world's first robot police officer. His name's
takes a
Brillo
while to
because
get into
Brillo
it,
pants are metal fuzz. That's pretty good. This is one of the earliest stories in fiction about a robot cop, a commonplace.
He did a
trope
long one
today,
about
and
the
soon in real
robots
life.
oof
It wasn't
sound,
the first
which was
example.
pretty
The
great.
most famous earlier one would be Isaac Asimov's Caves of Steel. Remember this, it will come up later. You can spend ages on a unique video with an original idea and a way
But it's,
more
yeah,
popular
it's
guy
basically
can
long-
rip it off,
long
along with its
form
thumbnail,
video essay
get a
content,
bajillion
but
views
with
and rake in the cash. On YouTube,
hilarious,
if you have an original idea, if it's good,
absurdities.
it won't be yours for long. The fact I'm making this video during one of the biggest creative strikes in history isn't lost on me. Other people's hands have never before been this deep in the pockets of creators.
Nice.
We need
So yeah,
Harlan
I mean,
Ellison's billboard now more
I
than
recommend
ever.
going to
But
watch
I
H
don't
Bomber
know how to
Guy.
rent a billboard and it sounds expensive. So instead, we're
It's
gonna
hard to
talk
just
about
like
plagiarism on
pick
YouTube,
bits of
what
a
exactly it
video.
is, why
Map
it's wrong,
Man.
and
What have
the
we got? Jay Foreman, is that the main Map Men channel? The Phantom Islands of Google Maps? This one.
Today's
Great.
episode is about things which appear to exist, but which don't. Welcome to Map Men.
Nice.
I'm the men, and here's the map. Map man, map man, map, map.
This sounds fun.
Man. Have to colonize.
And he succeeded, successfully spotting a small and
ripped off,
previously unknown sandy
Most of the
island.
Thing video.
In a
Nice.
say what you see naming tradition befitting a man associated with Australia, he named it
Sandy Island.
Sandy Island went on to appear on lots of maps, right up until 2012.
But it oughtn't have, because it turns out Sandy Island has never and never has existed.
Nice.
Sandy Island is what's known as a phantom island. An island that's marked on maps and believed to be real, but which was never actually there.
This was a part of the
if
Tom
there was
Scott
nothing
extended
there,
universe.
Why did Captain
Oh,
Cook
nice.
think there was? And why did it stay on maps for so long? And how did this
This
mistake
seems
go
cool.
uncorrected for so
I might
many
start watching
hundreds of
Map Men.
years, right into the age of satellite?
Drop a subscribe.
The best way
Why
to
not?
answer that is by looking at lots of famous examples of phantom islands throughout history, each with their own explanations. And thankfully, I've made a list.
So have I. I'll start.
Reason number 1. Sailors often got
Nice. Okay, great. Looks like it's Map Men by a couple of points. That's cool. There's H-Bomber Guy is like one of a group of people who I enjoy, but make amazing videos like twice a year, and then the rest of the time you just kind of have to wait, which is fair enough when you're putting that much effort into things. Another one we didn't mention would be Soviet Womble, who puts a lot of time into videos. No Rolls Bard, I'm assuming, is a D&D channel. And Man Carrying Thing, which we said was a booktuber. Okay. No Rolls Bard. Not D&D, just board games. Okay. Monopoly, but communist.
Hello, I'm Adam from No Rolls Barred.
And I'm Sullivan from No Rolls Barred.
Nice.
Welcome to House Rules.
I like a board game.
Very, very teacher that one, isn't it?
A board game.
Like, hello, we're here to
YouTuber.
teach you about the safeties of
I used to watch the Geek and Sundry Will Wheaton one.
Before we crack on with this, you will notice we have a spare chair here.
This is,
Normally,
House Rules.
Is myself.
The most replayed bit.
Rules. So obviously we've got the basic rules of capitalist Western monopoly. But we've made it better. We've made it communist. So both players start with 1,000 rubles. That's a huge amount of money.
That's all right. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
nice. Thank you. You want to know how much
Thank
1,000 rubles will get you? Oh no, is it like a loaf of bread?
Sure.
You'd be lucky
I'll
if you
subscribe
got
to
a loaf of
this
bread for 1,000
channel.
rubles.
Seems fun. $40. Nice.
If at any point you have more than 1,000 rubles, you'll be taken to jail for questioning. And you surrender all your assets to the state. I'm the state. This is your fault. Every
Seems
turn
fun.
you remain in jail, you pay 100 rubles. Who was it that put Stalin in power?
It was him. It was all him. He just wormed his way up. Lenin said, "Don't let him be in power."
Nice. I might go back and watch this video.
But unfortunately, Lenin
Man
doesn't
Carrying
belong there. They were
Thing.
like,
So you're reading that.
Most popular video. Basically every video
In
essay.
this 4.5-hour video essay, I'm going to explore why SpongeBob is, a really good show. Part 1. Early cinema, 1894 to 1904.
Nice. Good. Yeah, I mean, we watched the entirety of his most popular video because it was 15 seconds. Are they all this short? Is it never? Oh, there's an hour and 18-minute one there. Most of the rest seem less than 30 seconds.
Whatever you think of the Teletubbies, there's no denying the impact
Thing that
they
YouTubers
had on
do
the
when they
visual
want to
medium.
sound
It all
smart.
started at the beginning.
Nice. That's amazing. Okay, he's getting a subscribe as well. This is two very good options. I like those. Short form, funny things, and book content. Nice. That's cool. But it looks like some good solid votes for board games. That's fine. Each your own. Book reader versus video essays. Enjoy it. It's very good. Yeah. This is bracket is Dave finds new YouTubers to watch. This is what is happening. Simon Whistler versus Crash Course. Sure. Okay. Well, Simon Whistler. History. Decoding the Unknown. Is this his channel? I'm assuming it's the only thing that comes up. Brain Blaze, Mega Projects, into the channels. Does he have? He has a lot of channels. Oh, okay. They're all him. Which one is best? Decoding the Unknown, Brain Blaze, Mega Projects, Into the Shadows, Neo, Side Projects, Geographics? Okay. You can look at Geographics.
This video is brought
The most popular video. Stalin's Cannibal Island. Wow.
In Siberia lies a forgotten island, never officially named. It's known after the nearest village, the hamlet of Nazino. But people who live in this desolate
YouTuber
region know
voice.
the island has another secret name, a name you will never find on Google Maps. Over 70 years ago, dark things happened on this strip of Earth surrounded by icy waters. Things so horrifying they were kept hidden for decades.
Just
things
like fun,
that resulted in this
interesting
nameless
stories.
place becoming known as Cannibal Island. An anonymous
And I
piece
guess
of marshland less
the
than
channels
600
divide them
meters
into
wide, Cannibal Island spent the best part of
subjects.
human history in
He's
total obscurity.
probably the originator of
Then, in
YouTuber voice? Oh,
1933,
really?
It was abruptly chosen to be the site
It's
of
a
a new
bold claim.
kind of gulag, an agricultural prison where inmates would work the land for the glory of the Soviet Union. But instead of a pastoral utopia, the 6,000 political
Crash
prisoners
Course.
sent there found
This is
themselves
another history
trapped in
one, but I'm guessing quicker. How quick is Crash Course? There was a Hank Green one. 11 minutes.
Hello, learned and astonishing
Oh, it's Hank
interactive
Green.
pupils. My
Joel
name
Green,
is John
the other
Green,
one.
and I want to welcome you to Crash Course World History. Over the next 40 weeks together, we will learn how in a mere 15,000 years, humans went from hunting and gathering...
Mr. Green, is this going to be on the test?
Yeah, about the test. The test will measure whether you are an informed, engaged, and productive citizen of the world, and it will take place in schools and bars and hospitals and dorm rooms and in places of worship. You will be tested on first dates, in job
12
interviews,
years
while
ago. This is
watching
like
football, and while scrolling
classic
through your Twitter
YouTube.
feed. The test will judge your ability to think about things
History
other
by
than
John
celebrity
Science by
marriages,
Hank.
whether
Okay.
you'll be easily persuaded by empty political rhetoric, and whether you'll be able to place your life and your community
I've only really
in a
seen
broader context.
the
test
Green
will
Brothers
last your
on
entire life, and it
other
will be
things.
comprised of the
Never really
millions
watched
of
their
decisions
content.
that, when taken together, make your life yours, and everything will be.
You remember when they
I
launched
know,
that
right? So
channel?
pay
I mean,
attention.
this video's 12 years ago. Then when what's the oldest? 12 years ago. Okay, that is basically the first video. It's their most watched. It's got twice as many as the next one. I guess it just had a massive launch, and people are still watching it to this day. Well, there you go. Interesting stories of science and history. But we're going with the Green Brothers. Sorry, Simon Whistler. Okay. Well, next we have Ashes. I just typed Ashes. We could just watch the music video for Ashes instead. Not that there is an official one. We talked about it for ages. We never made one. Ashes versus Mythical Kitchen. Ashes. Most popular. Pac-Man the board game.
Hello, we're here in Guru Larry's garden in order to play a 28-year-old board game.
13 years ago, this one. Wow.
Get your lurks inside.
He's just going to play the board
That
game.
works for me. Right.
In a
As
park,
with so
apparently.
many of these old British board games.
Please play the violin video. Okay, hang on. World's sharpest knife. Reviews a fake iPhone. Whole chicken in a can. Okay. It's like a review channel. You review stuff. Like knockoffs and food. This is the violin one.
Hello. Hey everyone, what's your favourite musical instrument? I do
Reviewing
hope it's
terrible
the violin,
things.
because it's the only
Okay.
one featured in this
This
video.
seems fun.
Well, not an actual violin, but a toy violin from China. An electronic one, I believe, because I had to stick two
Okay. Let's see this.
Guitar features
Terrible
a total of
violin.
7 keys, again, very classical, but not quite what we're after, really. That's the
Just
fucking
plays
theme
music.
to Angry Birds. You are shitting me. Probably get a copyright strike for this. Why is
Do
it
not
playing
watch
the theme
whole
to
chicken in a
Angry
can.
Birds? Oh well, keeping in with the.
You ate military ration food, yeah.
Oh man, I recognise this.
I know there's whole
This is a game,
channels
isn't it?
of people eating
What, another game?
MREs.
No, I can't.
Medical Kitchen, here we go. This is one of my choices. Basically the food team from Good Mythical Morning, who then make other
I'm
content.
Gordon Ramsay, and my last meal would be a
They sometimes
full English
have
breakfast,
celebrities.
butter chicken wings,
They make
and
them
an In-N-Out burger. Beef Wellington
the food
with a
they want.
delicious Monkey 47 gin and tonic. And then finally, a delicious sticky toffee pudding.
I don't think
deep-fried Mars
these
bar
ones are my
for dessert.
favorite videos of theirs, though I do like them.
Every person has exactly 2 things in common. We all gotta eat and we're all gonna die. Today we're joined by
kinda get the
world-renowned
idea from
chef,
this.
television icon, recipient of 17
You're also
Michelin
collecting
stars,
new
and
YouTubers,
YouTube's
nice.
most controversial grilled cheese maker.
Yeah, the ones that I like, the cooking challenges. They do ones where they make food from history, food that was banned by NASA. One of the really fun ones. Food from the Titanic. That was a good one.
Today we're recreating a
Oh, well, I charge $5 an hour.
$5 an hour tickets.
But yeah,
are
again,
$7
it's like
for the whole voyage.
learning things, cooking things.
The meter's running.
It's kind of like binging with Babish, but
Put the lid
more
on this. We're gonna pop this in the oven. We're gonna roast
chaotic.
this until it's about a 150 internal temp. I don't think they're eating a lot of rare meat
Watch
on the
out,
boat.
the phone's down there.
Oh!
Down there? What was that? That
Sure does. You ready to head to the dining room?
Where's the wine?
But yeah, good food content, fun, chaos.
Mona,
that sort of
welcome
thing.
to the dining room.
I was gonna go, hello!
Nice. So, looks like Ashens is going to win that for the bad reviews of things. I like it. Sure. Emily is great. Yes. Mythical Kitchen, great. Oh, and then another one of my food channels, Sorted Food, similar to Mythical Kitchen but British, versus the Slow-Mo guys. Nice. Okay. Sorted. I'm gonna get their most watched video, which is probably gonna be a Pass It On, if I had to guess. No, kitchen gadgets. Okay.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine.
Oh, this is an old one.
Towards your plate, and when you're ready, take the pickle fork and use the simple mechanism here, telescopically drop
they review
your pickle onto the plate. Simple.
Gadgets,
Alternatively, you can do
pretentious ingredients, technology.
The telescopic pickle fork. Useless or not? You decide.
So that's fun. They started off as 3 non-chefs and 2 chefs, and then they've expanded to have like a full kitchen team, and
Hello everyone.
they develop
This
things.
is
They
just
have
little extra something to help ease you.
Well, this
into
is a
your
marathon
evening.
of all of the Pass It Ons.
Max, so it made me feel like there was a panic.
This is my favourite thing, where they have to make a dish,
I'm out of my depth. I'm literally.
but one at a
so out of my
time,
depth.
and they don't know what the others
I
are
don't know where
doing.
it goes. I don't know what it does, unless it is supposed to be stirred into the couscous. I'm a flappy little dweeb right now, aren't I? Maybe I just
They're a
sing
lot
it
of fun.
all in with the couscous, and we make a
And
couscous
then
salad. So let's
Slow-Mo
just go for it.
guys.
People...
I watched their new video last night. What's their most viewed one? Is what it says in the tin. Slow-mo. Oh, the giant water balloon. This was a good one. Basically, come up with a concept that looks good in slow-mo and film it. Get towards the end.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, this is like the first video balloon one. They've done so many balloon ones. And because this is 30 years ago, this is going to be like, compared to their current slow-mos, this is going to have way less frames. Nice. They've had the same like background noise for the entire time. Good stuff. There you go. Well, looks like that's a win for the slow-mo guys. That's fair enough. Good content. Right, next up is Bernadette Banner versus overly sarcastic productions. There we go. Find Bernadette Banner's most watched video. I particularly liked her Game of Thrones breakdown, where she looks at the costumes and how they change. Oh yeah, making OnlyFans for saucy Victorian ankle pics. Of course, that's the most watched one. Why won't Spotify pause?
The real experiment here is how many people are voluntarily willing to pay for saucy Victorian ankle content. I cannot believe
normally
those
makes
words just
like
left
costume
my mouth.
content.
Started
You
out
kind
as
of
an
tell
April Fool's
by
joke this year, announcing my
what she's got around
non-existent
it.
OnlyFans, which promised a wealth of scandalous ankle content and which resulted in
Yearly costume reviews for media.
But it turns
Nice.
out I'm not actually really very good at jokes and genuinely wanted to know what would happen if I set up an OnlyFans, but purely Victorian flavored and entirely centered around aforementioned scandalous ankle pics.
Nice.
Would people
Good,
subscribe?
good,
Would
interesting
people be interested? Can the modern
content.
eye learn to see beauty in a well
Overly sarcastic productions. Let's have a look. What we got? Trope Talk, Trickster Heroes. Their most watched. Oh no, that is just latest. I didn't click it. Halloween special, HP Lovecraft. Okay. They're like review of things summarized. Just general video essay.
It would be inaccurate to describe Howard Phillips Lovecraft as a man with issues. It's more like he was a bundle of issues shambling around in a roughly bipedal approximation of a man. Chronically depressed, hypersensitive to criticism, almost certainly agoraphobic, prone to horrible nightmares and nervous breakdowns, and thoroughly racist even by the standards of the time, it'd be easy to come to the conclusion that H.P. Lovecraft was simply afraid of everything. But this isn't true either. He was just afraid of everything that wasn't his hometown of Providence, Rhode Island. Lovecraft is famous for codifying the Lovecraftian horror mythos.
Okay,
A cosmology
I see the
he created
appeal.
with
Like
centralized
fun
themes of cosmic horror, ancient, unknowable, and malevolent gods,
essay,
and everything smelling
deep
vaguely
dive type
fish.
things.
Lovecraft's writing
Sure,
is famous
gets
these
us
days for
subscribed.
producing an overwhelming sense of sheer hopeless terror at an unfeeling cosmos, wrapped up in visceral descriptions of omnipresent rot
it's-
and decay.
oh, it's close,
all themes
close
that
on the
manage to make
vote.
perfect sense when contextualized with Lovecraft's life story.
Look
which
at
was
blue
pretty
stuff
much
too.
a
Oh,
direct
there's like two.
All the big cities in ancient Greece
Two of
had
them
that
making
one special
different-
trait to set it
slightly
apart.
different
Olympia
styles of
hosted the
content.
big games, Delphi had the oracle, Sparta cultivated buff dudes and systematic self-oppression in equal measure, and Athens, most famously of all, had democracy. Yes, Δημοκρατία, the system of government where the
Cool.
people have the power.
Who does history
Glorious
stuff?
started the Athenian Golden
Red's
Age,
like
and
more
one of the Greek
pop
world's
culture.
most consequential contributions to human society
like it.
basically happened by accident.
Nice. Well, looks like it is Bernadette Banner by one though. But still, they got a new subscriber from me. So no, here we go. So we'll take that. Okay. Primitive technology. I'm guessing that is what it sounds like. Versus Anne Reardon. Sure. Primitive technology. Most watched video is Tiled Roof Hut. Makes an axe. Nice. It's just silent tool making and building. Nice. He's gonna make a house. Clay. Oh, subtitles. There's subtitles? There's no subtitles. He's baking. Oh, there you go. Heated platform is... And then it went away. Building mud wall. Okay. I think a lot of YouTube videos I watch are like on whilst I'm also doing something else. So I think this is you have to pay too much attention to this for me. If there was a voiceover saying what he was doing at the same time, then maybe. For sure, no, I like it. I get the appeal. And Reardon. How to cook that? Okay, more cooking. I think I've seen her around. iPad cake. Best
Welcome
apps.
to How to Cook That. I'm Anne Reardon, and today we're making all your favourite apps on a much requested iPad cake.
Nice.
I'll show you 2 different ways to make the iPad, so let me know in the comments which one you prefer, which one looks better. Firstly, though, we're going to make our apple box, and to make that, you
it's
need
nothing
to
to
make
do with an
1.5
actual app.
quantities of the
She's
rich
just baking a
chocolate
cake.
recipe.
38 million,
and bake
wow.
that in 2 trays. The recipe videos and everything that you need to make the iPad cake are all on this week's
Yeah,
Bake
no,
Place tonight.
I think I also have seen her debunking videos. Seems like her best ones are cakes. Here you go. Here's a
Welcome
fake
to
one.
How to Cook That. I'm with plastic bits to increase manufacturer profits. Surely plastic bits would cost more than rice itself. Rice is pretty cheap. This was disproved again and again. The reason why it had so much testing was because it kept getting traction on social media and going viral in different countries. Articles about it saying this
Nice.
is a hoax.
Good stuff. But it looks like primitive technology. He's going to take that one. Okay. Next up is Nile Red versus Tom Scott. Nile Red is a chemistry YouTuber. I'm guessing his most watched video is going to be hot sauce from a glove? No. Just an older one about aluminium mercury. That's the one I'm thinking of. Turning plastic gloves into hot sauce.
Mercury forms alloys with most metals in a process known as amalgamation. Last week, I messed around and tested
This is
it out
another
with
one
some
who
gold leaf,
occasionally
and
makes
it was
like
pretty cool. This time,
3-hour
though, I'm gonna
videos
see what happens
of
when I add it to
a really
aluminum.
long chemical
It's supposed to be
process.
quite destructive, which is why you're not allowed bringing mercury on a plane. So I went to Home Depot and I bought a strip of aluminum. I cut out a small section and drilled a hole about
Generally a
halfway
lot of
through.
nice
This little
close-ups
crater is
of
important because mercury
chemical
is super
reactions and
annoying,
processes,
and without it,
along
it would
with
just slide off the plate.
uh,
Under normal conditions, aluminum is surrounded
soothing
by a protective oxide layer.
voiceover.
Metallic mercury isn't able to penetrate through this barrier, so it kind of does nothing. It's
good stuff.
Sometimes it's possible to get things going by manually scratching away
the
the
fun-
oxide. So the major thing
fun
going on
reactions
here
like that.
is the combination of the mercury with the aluminum to form the amalgam. Some of the amalgam that forms gets dissolved in the mercury
Crazy.
and makes its way to the top. When it gets there, it comes in contact with oxygen in the air
That's
and
so
it
weird.
reacts to form white aluminum oxide.
Nice. Okay.
This part of the process is pretty
I
short-lived.
don't know what Tom Scott's most watched video going to be. Old one? New one? This video has 71 million views. Okay. Sure.
The title of this video won't be exactly right. It only updates every few minutes at most, and besides, YouTube doesn't update its view counts in real time anyway, so don't bother refreshing and refreshing and refreshing. You won't actually be able to see it ticking up second by second.
How did he make it
100% spot on? It's a miracle.
Self-updating title.
If it's close, then the code I've written is still working. But at some point,
it's just a code that
the title of this video will slip more and more.
Looks up the YouTube.
This is the story of how I made that changing title work,
views,
why it used to be a lot easier to make things like that work, and how all this ties in to the White Cliffs of Dover and the end of
I was going to say, why is he in Dover?
Now, I'm not going to talk about the exact details of my code here. It is not the important part because code is just incredibly dull on camera. But big picture, if you're automating a job like that, there are two main approaches you could take. First, you could write something that pretends to be a human. Not in some Blade Runner replicant way, but you could run a system that loads up the YouTube video page, reads the number of views, and then goes to the video manager, changes the title, and hits save. That's actually not too tricky to do. Screen scrapers have been built to do things like that.
Yeah, he's always on location.
And that's a fairly innocent use of a screen scraper.
Nice.
But if you can write code to change a
Tom
title,
Scott.
then you
Okay.
also...
Always close. Tom Scott ahead by 1. I will finish the poll. No, it's now even. Okay. Tom Scott was your hyperfixation before the Johns. Nice. Oh, it's close. It's tied. What? Is there anybody who wants to break the tie, or I can? It's going to be... Anybody else? No. Okay. I'm voting no, red. Sorry, Tom Scott. Here we go. I know he's a powerhouse of YouTube and recently stepped back, but I'm sure he won't mind losing to now red. Pecos, Clark? I mean, Hank versus Simon Clark. Oh, he's a tornado chaser. Most popular. Top 10 best tornadoes. Cool.
Tornadoes manifest themselves in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Some are a wondrous bright white, others dark, horrific monsters. Most are harmless,
Lee
grazing
is
over
opening a
rural
loot
farmland.
box.
Others are worst-case scenarios. I've been
It's a
chasing
tornado.
tornadoes since
No, it's a fish.
1999, and these are my top 10 best tornadoes.
What's his number one? Ultimate beautiful
Perfect
tornado.
Beauty presented the tornado
Nice.
of a lifetime.
It's a good looking tornado.
Well-lit, excellent conditions with good roads provided a dream come true scenario for even the most dedicated veteran chasers.
Cool. And Simon Clark, we know, climate scientist.
For the degree.
That's cool. Educational videos.
Over the years, I built up quite the collection of physics books. These are just some of them
6 years
through
ago,
my
yeah.
undergraduate and my PhD in physics. So in this video, I'm going to be recommending 10 books in 2 categories for those of you who are interested in studying physics or for those of you who are looking for a present for an aspiring physicist. Those 2 categories are
Books about
books
physics.
which
Nice.
by Halliday, Resnick and Walker. This was a textbook which
Very
I used a fair
nerdy
bit
stuff.
in my first year studying physics.
Probably
And I don't actually
a
own
lot more
copy because of
action-packed,
that, because my
chasing tornadoes
library
rather
at
than
Oxford had enough
talking
copies
about
that
science.
Everyone could have their own. So I don't own it. But I probably wouldn't have used it too much past first, maybe second year. It's quite an introductory,
looks
quite
like-
broad but shallow.
Sorry, Simon Clark. Dr. Simon Clark. You don't win this time. It is Pecos. I'm going to assume his name is pronounced like that. Next is Caitlin Doherty. versus Safia Nygaard. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I've seen her.
You're not human anymore.
Oh, no, yeah,
At the end of the process,
You can
you
see.
cease to be human.
You can see based on my history, I have watched a video of hers. I guess YouTubers just suggested it to me at some point, and I've watched it.
We set sail on
This is my kind of YouTube.
because there is new knowledge to be gained. It's a fertile land.
Blue Barber, hello.
Of any color to register
Tornado.
and to vote
Nice.
in a free election. I realize the pursuit of peace is not as
Wow,
dramatic
thank you.
as the pursuit of war.
Thank you, all of you, for the raid and all the follows. Tornado family, nice. Are you also tornado chasers? The tornado brought them here. Nice. Yes, we're doing World Cup of everything. The current bracket is YouTubers, so I've taken YouTube suggestions from the chat, and then everybody is voting on them. Feel free to drop a vote in. You're not chasers at all, but you seem so interesting to say that. Okay, sure. Thanks. I mean, today I'm not the interesting things. I'm looking at other people's YouTubes.
This is not a video
thank you.
about the assassination of President John F. Kennedy.
Okay, good to know.
At least not in the traditional sense, dissecting the minutes, seconds, and
Nicey
microseconds before and after the shooting itself.
So yeah, she does like fun
Instead,
video
it's a
essays.
video about
Good.
the days that would follow the assassination.
On location
The
as well.
reconstruction of
That's
his
what we like,
body,
not just people
conflict with various funeral homes,
talking into a
and the
camera.
unprecedented change that was taking place in the American funeral industry.
Nice.
But
And
before
then
we do that, we do have to acknowledge
Safia
where it
Nygaard. Is this food? Food content? Melting every lipstick from Sephora together. Okay. Maybe food and beauty.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another video. Today, I am going to be melting
I like the
one
idea.
of every lipstick from
Melting
Sephora
things
together
together.
into one
I want to see
giant
how it
mega
looks.
lipstick. Boiled off or ended up on the pot or the cutting board.
Congratulations to me on birthing this lipstick.
Now, when we went back to the Sephora a couple of weeks later to grab snapshots of the brand headers, I noticed two lipstick displays that were either new additions
She does
or that
whatever
we
the
had
hell she wants.
accidentally
Okay,
missed in
sure.
our first buying. They
Okay, what else? I'm interested. Making a 25-gallon Yankee Candle, sleeper train from San Francisco to Chicago, buying a dress, candy, robots, soap. Okay. Melting things together seems to be a big theme. There's a bit of travel. That's cool. I like the variety. But it looks like Caitlin Doherty's gonna take that. Yes, food content and like history/video essays are probably the main thing I watch on YouTube, along with streamers and streamers highlight videos. Okay. Next up is Mike Boyd versus Cinema Therapy. Let's have a look. Mike Boyd. He's a climber? Weightlifter? Learning to draw dotted lines on a chalkboard?
I am a huge nerd and I watch a lot of lectures online. One of my favourite guys to watch is a guy called Walter Lewin from MIT. And aside from being a fantastic physicist, he is able to draw dotted lines on a chalkboard with unbelievable speed.
I feel like I've seen
Crazy
someone else
precision.
talk about
And it
this.
makes a pretty cool noise too.
This dotted
Next week,
line
I
thing.
start a new lecturing job and I thought it would be pretty
He's trying to learn. You tried to do this in college? Nice.
I think I got it.
Does he just learn things? Is that his stuff? 3 years of learning. I see. Learning to stack. He just picks a thing and learns how to do it. That's cool. Oh yeah, no one suggested Mark Rober.
For the past
he's not,
2 years,
he's not in the bracket.
December, I've 2 months ago. I'm pretty sure I've still got this.
Trying to see if he can still do stuff.
Absolutely no problem.
That's cool.
I'm even better at this than I was.
I'm intrigued. I'm dropping him
Completely
subscribe.
pointless
I like
skill,
it.
But extremely fun. Okay, this is not a problem at all. But this is like 6 weeks skill retention, so didn't really expect any issues here.
Next up, cinema therapy. What have we got? Most watched video is therapist reacts to Inside Out.
Break into someone's brain and plant an idea.
So that's fictional?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's great. Everything's fine. We're good in our new
So it's a bit like
but it's not okay. Well, you finally did it.
Who is it who does the like experts react to movies?
Welcome to Cinema Therapy.
It's like
I'm
Wired
Jonathan
or
Decker. I'm a licensed
someone like
therapist
that.
and I love movies.
I'm Alan Seawright. I'm a filmmaker, and I need therapy.
So much.
But actually, today we're doing something a little bit different, Jono.
What is that?
Nice. So they just look at videos and review them as therapists.
Take some work to go back to reality. Go back to the normal.
Absolutely.
It's dangerous. They really should put up a sign.
My sister loves this movie.
Well, so with my kids,
She has a
we have them
Inside Out
do
tattoo.
Meditations. We've got an app on our phone that has them do meditations.
Mhm.
And part of the reason why we have them do that is because maybe they've eaten what they shouldn't.
I like
they've
it.
Had too
I
much
see-
screen time or whatever.
I see the benefit and the appeal. It looks like cinema therapy is going to take that one. Nice. We now have Hollywood Graveyard versus the Yogscast. Yoga Cats. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Hollywood Graveyard. It's like actual graveyards? Or like dead movies?
80 years ago, in 1939, one of Hollywood's most beloved classic films was produced, The Wizard of Oz. To mark this anniversary, we're setting out along the yellow brick road to remember and visit the final resting places of the talented artists who made that
Oh,
film
but it
the
actually
enduring
goes to
emerald gem that it is today.
goes to graveyards
Join us
of
as we hitch a ride on a
actors.
tornado to the land of Oz.
Interesting. Kind of like
There would be no Wizard of Oz film if there
little
hadn't
bit of
been a
movie
book
trivia,
first.
little bit
At
of
Forest Lawn in Glendale, California, we
traveling.
find the final resting place of the man who started it all, author L. Frank Baum. He published The Wonderful Wizard of Oz in 1900 with illustrations by W.W. Denslow.
That's cool.
It
It's like
became
fun,
the best-selling children's book in the years to
fun
follow,
way to do a
and Baum would pen 13 more novels
like a
about the land
deep
of Oz.
dive on a
In the final
movie.
years of his life, Baum worked to get
An
The
old
Wizard
movie
of Oz
by looking
produced
at
for the stage and
people's
in early
graves.
film. He produced several silent short films based on
Cool.
the writings of Oz, but would not live long
And
enough
then
to see the most iconic film
the most
made
watched
about his
video
story.
on the Yogscast, is it Diggy Diggy Hole? Yes, of course it is. All the top ones are the songs, and then like the first Minecraft videos, Shadow of Israel, Jaffa Factory. Best bits from 9 years ago. Nice. Okay. Da-dum. This is a good song. The only content you've watched is The Longest Johns and Diggy Diggy Hole. Or researching for the wiki page. I don't know how long I've been watching the Yogs. I think it's over 10 years now. You've watched them since WoW days, Boodop. That's like before they were even anything big. That's crazy that you found them back then. Raised in the dark. These 14 years, yeah. When they did their 10-year anniversary a while ago, and I tried to work out how long I'd been watching them, but it was tough because the oldest video of theirs that I watched wasn't the first video I watched. I kind of went back and watched old ones. You only know them through the Johns? That's fair. Beep, beep, in the I think they were the first YouTube channel to hit 1 billion views, like overall. They just kind of big at the right time on YouTube. And Diggy Hole is a banger. However, I mean, on the votes, looks like Hollywood Graveyard is going to take it. Too many people only know the Longest John's appearances on the Oaks cast. Fair. Okay. Diggy, diggy, grave. The Oaks cast knocked out by Hollywood Graveyard. It's fine. I'm just leaving Diggy Hole playing. Oh, two of my favourites up against each other. Rhett and Link versus William Osman. Let's see. So there's the Rhett and Link channel, which was, I think, was my first interaction with them. Come on, get to the song. It's like that. I'm surprised this is the most watched one. Not the best, in my opinion. I was obsessed with the Bacon song. I think the first thing I ever saw of them was the stop motion t-shirt one, the t-shirt war, 14 years ago. Yeah. Rub Some Bacon on It is a banger. And Good Mythical Morning for fun videos every day.
911, what is your emergency? I nailed my finger to a birdhouse accidentally. Do you have some bacon? Bacon, that's right. I have bacon left over from dinner last night. Rub some bacon on it. What? On your hand, just do it. Rub some bacon on it. That's all there is to it? What if I drop my phone? Rub some bacon on it. Or encounter my clone? Rub some bacon on it. I get mononucleosis. Rub some bacon on it.
Okay, and then sure, we'll see what the most watched GMM episode is. Probably a food one or a celeb one. Game show cheaters, interesting.
Could
An
you
older
spot
one.
a cheater on a game show? Let's talk about that.
Interesting. I'm not sure I remember this episode. Not one of the ones that stands out.
Got the 5,000 in the spin. Oh, he didn't.
Sure.
Got a whammy for Tommy.
Look how.
Okay, and then William Osman is an engineer / inventor type channel. Again, a lot of time in between his main videos. But he does other random stuff.
Hey, do you remember when you were 9 and really dumb? I don't exactly remember that long ago. Ever since the accident, my memory's been a little bit foggy. But when your parents were rolling up the window and you had your fingers out, so you'd quickly pull them back in, well, I've always wondered, could a...
Yeah, if that was... Did it hurt? A little? Not really?
Just tried to break his cameraman's fingers.
Well, there you have it, guys. We'll see you next time.
Found it from the Tom
when
Scott
we
collab
do
where they
another
drove a
stupid
car via a video
Okay,
camera,
on it,
yeah.
We go to experiment and it just doesn't work at all.
Yeah, they do a lot of good collabs. There's the whole Safety Third crew, which is him, Nile Red,
I cannot believe we've been foiled by a safety
Michael
system.
Reeves.
This is not okay.
The German
Alan
engineering
Pan,
Cameron John's Jetta has
backyard
proven way too
scientist.
safe. So let's switch back over to
Kevin.
my American engineered car, the Ford Taurus.
And then they
See
do
how
stuff
this
with
right here
Mark
goes,
Rober
like,
and
much more of an angle,
other
so
people.
anything that's being pushed up is going to get bent. Carrot on the American car.
Simone Yates is another
Yeah!
person whose videos I really like.
Let's get some of that American lack of safety. All right, this one I.
And
This
they
window might
make
actually
a
break your finger.
they put
Synthetic
a
ballistic gel
bone
finger with no bone.
in the gel.
Wow. If you don't have any bones in your fingers, kids, you can roll them up in car windows and they'll only come out mildly bruised.
Good stuff. Fun things. Chaos. Other stuff when he used to live with Michael Reeves, putting sawdust in Rice Krispie treats to make people eat them. Dropping an egg versus Mark Rober. Chaotic science, yes. More chaos, less science. Versus someone like Now Red is like all chemistry and thinking about things. This William Osborne is do stuff and then it goes wrong. Keep doing it. Looks like he wins out over Red and Link. That's interesting. The big YouTube powerhouse that's being taken down by new stuff. It becomes science when you write it down. Sure. It's just experimentation until then. And finally, for the first round, Brian David Gilbert against Jacob Geller. I don't know either of these people. Let's find out what they do. The Fly. This guy, oh, I've seen him around.
I've been thinking of
Most popular video. Siblings.
Siblings, 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 siblings. This is my sister. This is my brother. We are
I have
siblings,
seen
we
this.
care for each other. Everything we own, we always share because we are siblings and we have the same hair. I like knitting.
And I like coins.
We both came out of the same loins. If you don't like siblings, give us a chance. We'll impress you with our sibling dance.
Nice.
Hey, what's that?
We have an older brother.
We thought there were two.
But there is another.
He's always busy and he has short hair. But he's one of us, so we don't care. Come on,
Nice.
Patrick, snap.
You want the jorts? You want jorts? Okay. Another like very short form content. I don't see jorts. Best comeback ever.
So some total jerkwad just said that my laugh was gross. So I turned around and I said, yeah, well, your face is gross.
Nice. Okay. Good. Jacob Geller. What have we got? Gaming. Fear of cold.
The scariest story I've ever read
Scary stories.
was written over 100 years ago by Jack London. It's called To Build a Fire. This story has very few hallmarks of your typical horror writing. There's only one human character,
like
and he is
reviews,
generally very sane.
spooky stories.
There are no spirits of the dead, no nightmares or hauntings, no guilt
Anyone
ticks away
executions.
like a
Interesting.
time bomb. And yet, while reading To Build a Fire, I feel paralyzed in a way I haven't felt with any other written work. It is all of 16 pages long.
Video games,
It is
art,
about a
movies,
man
scary stuff.
freezing
Nice.
to death. He doesn't start freezing, though.
He also has a
starts
YouTuber voice,
confident
yeah,
and
a little
decently
bit.
prepared, hiking alone through the Yukon back to a logging camp. The narration even describes him as quick and ready in the things of life.
Cool.
But
I
as
like it.
becomes immediately apparent,
Mostly just kind of talking to the camera, it seems like that one, but maybe he does more documentary style things, but he wins. There we go. Right. We're going to do round 2 without watching things, and then we'll go back, look up some more stuff for the quarterfinals. Okay. Tasting History versus Marty Fisher. If you don't remember, Tasting History is obviously cooking and historical things. Marty Fisher was the German jazzy musician guy. If you know what you like between those two things. That's not fair. Well, I mean, life isn't fair. The World Cup of everything isn't fair. Oh, Marty Fisher with a few votes coming back. But it looks like Tasting History takes it. There we go. Next. Map men. Men who look at maps and fun things to do with them. No roles barred. A board game channel. Both channels are just nerdy guys being nerdy. Whether you like maps or games. But it looks like people like map men a little more. A few votes coming in for no roles barred. No, I think we'll call it for map men. People like maps. There's definitely an overrepresentation of like nerdy documentary learning type channels. We're all nerds. We like to see new information on our YouTube. Crash Course versus Athens. The Green Brothers teaching you about stuff. Against Ashens, which was... I don't remember. Hang on. Oh yeah, reviewing terrible things. Microwave burgers. Christmas duck. Reviewing tats, yes. Link to Brian David Gilbert's Unraveled series. Okay, sure. Okay, Crash Course, Green Brothers. Goes forward. Next up is the slow-mo guys, filming things in slow motion. Against Bernadette Banner. Talking about costumes and historical clothing. Crash Course versus Vlog Brothers would have been a killer vote. Yeah. But I guess we did say YouTubers and not YouTube channel. It's kind of a mix of some things. There have been some people who have multiple channels. So I think we take Crash Course as the Green Brothers overall. And like Brett and Link was Good Mythical Morning and their other channel. Whereas the Oxcast, we just took the main channel because there's too many people to review the entire organization. Currently a few more votes for Bernadette Banner. More learning to be had in the world of costumery. We happy with that? No more votes? Going once. Going twice. Bernadette Banner over the slow-mo guys. Next. Primitive technology. Making things with your hands and limited tools versus Nile Red. Making things with science and chemicals. should have watched a gaming video from the Yogs. People don't know them at all. Yeah, but I mean, if they haven't been won over already, then maybe they're not going to be. Because I feel like everyone's had some exposure to the Yogs cast through Longest John stuff. So if you haven't looked them up and been interested by then, maybe you're not going to be. The Vault special, that was good, yeah. There's some old stuff I still remember. And they still make good content. Currently now red ahead. People prefer a voiceover rather than reading subtitles. These are the conclusions that I'm drawing from your vote. We can put like the 4 semi-finalists into one channel to form the ultimate YouTuber. And watch gaming content unless it's games you know or people you like from other things. Yeah. I'm the same. I mean, I generally watch YouTube channels for the people on the whole. Things like documentaries or political commentary, that sort of thing. You can find videos on any topic, but done differently based on who's doing them. So I find the people I like and watch them. Well, we're gonna call it there. Now red wins out. Next, Pico's Hank, the tornado chaser, storm chaser. Caitlin Doherty, the documentarian, talks about interesting subjects. History, politics, whatever. Tough choice. Well, people who seem to like the action of storm chasing. High octane driving after whims. Is Caitlin Ask a Mortician? Ask a Mortician. Yes. Seems like. At Ask a Mortician. That's her name. Okay. That's the YouTube channel. It's like Blue Sevos and Yogscast. I wish the real... Oh, I thought it said I wish Moby Dick was much worse. Is that how she started? She started doing Ask a Mortician videos. And then turned into just doing more subjects. Yeah, what happens to a body during cremation? It was mortician based. Currently Pico's Hank by 1. Tornadoes are fascinating. They are. Okay. Tornadoes for the win. Next is movie based, but cinema therapy versus Hollywood Graveyard. Looking at movies through the eyes of a therapist or looking at them through dead actors and visiting their graves. Both are just like movie reviews basically, and trivia and that sort of thing, but both with their own unique twists to enjoy it by. Ooh, it's tied. Matt Baum? Who's he? Be gay, do crime. Okay. He seems fun. Pop culture history from a queer perspective. Nice. His what if gay? His thumbnails are hilarious. I like it. Sure, I'll drop him a subscribe. Cinema Therapy by 2 votes. There we go. And then finally for this round, William Osman, Engineer, Chaos Goblin versus Jacob Geller, who was Spooky Stories and other things like that. There was someone in his vein of content that got called out for plagiarism and turned you off movie contents on YouTube. Yeah, that's possibly the guy from the H-Bomber guy video. He did a long one in the plagiarism one. There was a guy who'd just stolen stuff about like Disney and other. James Somerton, yes. Casro. I haven't seen anything from them. I like the
Hey guys, before
video.
we get into
I mean the profile picture. Body snatchers that built modern medicine. The messy life of chaos. Bisexual Lord Byron. Nice. Bizarre history of Hollywood's animal stars. Sure. I'll take a look at that sometime. This one, Jacob Geller currently ahead. $41. Llama's voting for 41. That's like, there's only 32 contestants. 41 votes by Llama, yeah. You learn how to hack the system. You just type in a big number and then all of those votes get counted. I managed to stab myself in the finger with a scalpel earlier. Carolina Zabrowska and Abby. Plague, put some eggs on it. Nice.
Okay, so I was
YouTube through the decades in a realistic way. Every single Facebook video these days. I was like more short form stuff as well. Sure. Just subscribing to these people without watching any of their videos. I can always unsubscribe if I don't like it. Otherwise I won't remember who they are. Blood's supposed to stay on the inside. I mean, yeah. It didn't bleed too much. It wasn't that bad. Used to do more historical clothing stuff, but has branched out. Nice. Cool. Well, it's William Osman by 1. That would have been my choice as well. So there we go. Right. Quarterfinals. I will now take suggestions on what your favorite video is from both Tasting History and Map Men. Tasting History. What do we like? Astronauts or Medieval Tavern. Eating at the Colosseum. Hardtack? Hardtack. Okay. How to eat like a pirate. I know, I've made hardtack and
biscuits, molar
grog.
breakers, sea biscuit, galette, or worm castles. They were all one and the same thing. Whether during the Civil War or beneath the Jolly Roger, these little pieces of overly dry, dense bread were essential to the diet of any soldier.
Good
or
in ice
sailor.
cream
And it's that
with
latter
fish.
one that we'll be talking about today. So thank you to the Great Courses Plus for sponsoring this video as we make ships, biscuits, and grog, and sail into the world of sailors and pirates. This time,
English counties
on Tasting
explained
History.
for the mapmen. Sure. Most watched video, this bit.
It's actually really good. Quite refreshing.
Tasting the grog.
Yeah, I like that.
How does he make
Also,
his
how-
grog?
For a few more hours. Now, while we want our
Grog is
biscuits
essentially
dry,
like
we do not need to hold that
beer
standard
and
to
rum.
ourselves. So, let's make some grog. For this, all you'll need is 4 parts water and 1 part rum. That was the
Or I
standard
guess
set
water,
by
if
Vice
you've got
Admiral
clean
Edward
water.
Vernon, who they called Old Grog on account of the old grogram coat that he used to wear. See, at this
Nice.
time, sailors, especially in the Caribbean, would get a half pint of rum each day for their ration. But Vernon noticed that they were saving that ration up for a few days and then getting plastered.
Jolly grog.
So,
Indeed.
to stop that, he
Okay.
watered down the rum
Map
and had
men.
it doled out twice a day.
English
Now,
counties?
if you think that rum
The English counties explained.
Welcome to Mapmen. We're Tupmen, and here's Tip Map.
Map men, map men, map, map, map men.
Yep.
In today's
Okay.
programme, we're going to talk about counties. Counties are the building blocks that make up Britain. The units you're expected to have heard of to help place towns and villages you've not heard of, such as Wingerworth. Where? In Derbyshire.
Oh, where's Derbyshire?
Arguably, the county
do
that
people
inspires
always
the
do the
fiercest pride
accent?
and loyalty in its
'Cause it's
inhabitants
fun.
is Yorkshire.
Yorkshire is known for Yorkshire puddings, Yorkshire terriers, and Yorkshire tea, which comes from this part of Yorkshire. With its distinctive accent, strong identity, and intense one-way
Nice.
rivalry with Lancashire next door, Yorkshire folk are proud to tell everyone they come across that they come from Yorkshire.
Yep.
And they're all wrong to do so because Yorkshire doesn't exist.
Yes, it does.
All right, show me a map with Yorkshire on it.
Okay. Here, this map of the 39 counties of England clearly shows a county called Yorkshire.
But this map of the 48 counties of England shows separate north, south, west,
Mhm.
and east riding of Yorkshire, but no single county called Yorkshire.
True.
But my map is correct and up to date.
So is mine. And so is this one.
With the Texas
What's
of
going on?
England.
We're doing mapmen.
No, I mean with the counties.
Does that mean Cornwall
Well,
is the Florida
The
of
definition
England?
of county in Britain is a minefield of anomalies, asterisks, confusions, vague areas, and
Nice.
contradictory
I like that. I might finish that video later. Map men. Congrats. You're the biggest and the loudest about it, and you talk funny. Yeah, I suppose. Okay. Crash Course. Green Brothers. Bernadette Banner. Okay. What Crash Course video do people like? Triangulation of France? I'm guessing that's a Map Men one. What have we got? Tough topics. I'm guessing they're more like interesting rather than like fun, clippable moments. Immune system. Okay. You can learn all about the
You may
immune
not know it,
system.
but your body is engaged in a never-ending battle. You are literally covered in staph and strep and E. coli and all sorts of dubious characters that are intent on using you and your body's many resources to feed themselves, find shelter, and reproduce as much as they want. And hey, we all gotta make a living. But it is not your job to give these guys a free lunch. So your body has developed a 3-part policy toward these shady customers, and its enforcement is handled by your immune system. The immune system is different from all the other systems we've talked about this year in that it's not a specific tissue
Love the
organ
animations, yeah.
system kind of system. Instead, it involves a whole bunch of
are
different
cute.
tissue groups, organ systems, and specialized but widely distributed defense cells. Together, this league of extraordinary substances joins forces to perform all of the defense functions your body depends on
Nice.
to keep you
Yep.
alive in an
High energy,
incredibly
good-
germy world.
good
the first
graphics,
line of defense
nice
in this
learning.
never-ending battle, that's
Okay.
your innate or non-specific
No,
defense system.
I
Like your average
like
front-
the Game of Thrones one But if anyone has any other requests. Correcting costumes from things. It's not even in the top one, the Game of Thrones ones. I guess other people didn't like it. This one.
Hear me out. I've had this little nagging thought in the back of my head since basically the beginning of time that Game of Thrones is one of the most historically accurate pieces of television media ever produced to date, and it isn't even set in a period along our timeline of reality. Here is what I mean by that. This needs to not happen for the whole video. No, we're gonna keep our hands.
And she talks about how, like,
What even is historical accuracy to begin with?
because all the houses have different styles of clothing and how they work with where they're based and how it changes depending on what happens during the series and the war,
with which we can sort of piece together a
and
rough
how,
understanding of how things
you
were
can
in
see
the
that
past,
stuff
but
gets
because history is
supply
a
lines get cut
progression,
off
a sort of
by how
evolution, if you will. Nothing happens in a vacuum.
how the
Clothing styles
clothing
and
changes.
practices develop as a result of the styles and practices that came before them, as well as the social and political climates of the people and
Some
the
awful ones
environments
is
in which
overall
they live.
damaged costume
It's
design,
literally
really.
impossible to gain the level of first-hand
Yeah, I guess if you've never
contextual
seen Game of Thrones,
understanding that would be
you
needed
lose
to
that.
inform a recreation of these clothes with
Okay, well, it's currently tied. Crash Course, Bernadette Banner. Zoom Zoom broke the tie and then Llama immediately tied it up again. Okay. Is anyone going to break the tie or am I going to do it myself? Small Cog! No? You've already voted. Doesn't count. Anyone else? It says you've already voted. Ems, you've already voted. Derpies also already voted. You've lost track, sure. You like both Llama, but you still tied it. Okay. Genie, there we go. Crash Course. Congratulations, Green Brothers. Okay. Nile Red versus Pico's Hank. Dun, 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 Nile Red. Don't know if he has anything that's like really exciting bits to watch. It's just generally fun stuff. Ferrofluid's kind of
Back
fun.
in October, I became a bit obsessed with ferrofluid. In other cases, though, when the run was a complete failure, I ended up with particles that were all way too big. So pretty much all of them were pulled out by the magnet, and the solidifying effect was much stronger. And because of all the solid content, it was still able to form spikes, but they were a lot sharper.
Science is only fun when it's chaotic.
Anyway, getting back to the ferrofluid, I find that it's a lot more fun when it's more... And this was what I made. The spikes in mine are significantly bigger,
That's kind of
and in my
chaos.
opinion, they're also more impressive. The size
Okay,
of the
you
spikes
want,
depends mostly on the concentration
Eldritch
of the
Hedgehog.
magnetite in the fluid, and I think that mine just had a lot
Pico's
more in it.
Hank.
In every run that I do, I try to saturate
Animal Friends.
All right, let's go. To some people, traveling alone in wide open spaces for months at a time might seem lonely, but not to me. I got friends everywhere.
He's got animals.
Not people, but awesome wild animals.
Oh, he just meets.
I love their company,
Meets
and they
wildlife.
love my cereal flakes. They're always getting into trouble, and many of them just don't seem to understand the concept of speeding cars. So I rescue them, and I try to teach them to stay off the roads. Some of them seem to enjoy our brief quality hang, others not so much.
Stupid tornado
Crowded big city
chasing.
life can sometimes be overwhelming, so when I found
Dangerous behavior, okay. You just drive straight into the tornado.
What have I done?
Punching into a court, hoping to see
A soggy, rain-wrapped tornado is highly risky and largely short-sighted.
It's coming. Giant tornado right next to me.
Both times I came close to being killed by tornadoes, they were obscured in precipitation.
It's coming.
So why the hell do some of us risk so much to capture sloppy, often passed over and forgotten tornado footage like this?
Coming fast.
Whoop.
A handful of you are aware of the immense dedication and
I like his
sacrifice
voice.
it takes to track down and capture these monsters. The pricey gear and gadgets.
Yeah, I see the appeal of
expensive
this.
Wear and tear, the
Wow.
endless driving day after day.
Sure.
The months
He
of
wins.
preparation each year and the years of research. After all that,
For his crazy tornado-ness. And then, finally for the quarterfinals, Cinema Therapy versus William Osman. What's a good Cinema Therapy? What? Oh, I wasn't typing. What? No, come on, just wait. Here we go. Cinema Therapy. Twilight? Gollum Therapy? Jack Sparrow. I saw two people said Gollum. You knew Gollum. Oh, it's playing in a small box and muted.
Smeagol does our mental illness. That's greed, that's corruption, that's human flaws and frailties that we all have.
They definitely got demonetized for using all of the Lord of the Rings footage. How do they not get demonetized on
People with
all of their
dissociative identity
videos?
disorder, the reason they have it is they've been through hell. They
I guess
deserve
maybe they do,
compassion,
and they need
deserve
sponsors.
understanding, not judgment, not stop putting on an act. Understanding leads to compassion, and
It's it. If Baggins loses, we eats it whole.
I have this. You feeding the cats? Nice. Bernadette
Okay,
lost to
Josh.
Green Brothers. Yeah.
Martin Freeman's comedic timing is a work of art.
Nice.
Like, look, he's a great
It's already
actor.
12 to
He does
1 to
drama
William
really well.
Osmond. Okay.
He does pathos. He does all
Hang
of
on.
these emotional
I
things.
mean, against William Osmond.
That right there.
We've got to find a
pause.
Find a good one. Da-da. I mean, this one was pretty chaos.
An idea that's been brewing in my head for I think a year and a half now is finally oozing out. This is one of the.
We've got a bunch of
How do we differentiate between the
bunch of
EM1
YouTubers
and
together.
EM2?
Give them each a Roomba.
The next
With-
challenge is a
robot vacuum battle royale
Yeah,
with
knives.
balloons on the back and
And
a
balloons.
knife taped to the front.
And the
Your cats
last
have sponsors.
robot with balloons is the winner. Each contestant gets to pick a kitchen knife in.
Such a stupid idea, but a lot of fun.
Who did that?
And then
I
chocolate
just
pudding.
completely stuck. Michael, you can see the path that it's tracing out to clean.
Nice.
Wow.
There you go. Well, I like William Osmond, but a lot of votes for Cinema Therapy. Sure. There we go. Right, your semi-finalists are Map Man versus Crash Course. A lot of these YouTube channels are a duo of two men talking about a subject. Map Men Crash Course Cinema Therapy. All kind of similar in that way. White men talking is what YouTube was built on. I mean, it's what the world was built on. It's what capitalism was built on. Well, looks like Map Men over Green Brothers. Map Men. Easy win. What happened to Caitlin? Caitlin, she lost to Pico's Hank, who was the other semi-finalist, Storm Chaser, versus Cinema Therapy. You're not invested anymore. That's too bad. This one's a bit closer. Storms or movies? Your stonks have fallen. It's too bad. We had a good representation of women in the first round, but they've all slowly been taken out by these men. Therapy is good, but tornadoes are more fun. I mean, yeah, it's like... You'd never compare the two. But I guess that's what we're doing in World Cup of Everything. Are tornadoes better than therapy in the grand scheme of things? One destroys things. The other fixes things. Ben will literally drive into a tornado instead of going to therapy. Fair enough. Yeah, I see that. Voting Cinema Therapy, subscribe to Pico's. Nice, sure. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to all of the new YouTubers that you found. I subbed to a fair few. I will check them out later. Didn't have enough points for CEO. Oh, it's close. 6 votes each. What's it going to be? Is there anybody to break the tie, or do I have to do it myself? Meme mom, is that what you call her? Oh, Salami with the Cinema Therapy vote. That might be the end. I think if I had to break the tie, I would go Cinema Therapy as well, since yeah, apparently you have 4 CEO contracts. Wow. We're gonna call it Cinema Therapy. I like Pico's Hank, but footage of tornadoes kind of gets a bit samey. And it's just water flying in a circle in the sky. I like the animals. The animals were good. But there's other channels for animals. Okay, your finalist. Finalists are Map Men versus Cinema Therapy. Should we watch? Let's watch videos at the same time. Hang on, this is going to work great. Map Men video. Sure, this one.
How would you define a city? It's what you do on a cherry.
Oh, hang on, how do I do this?
How would you define a city?
An inhabited place
I
of
could,
greater size, population,
over
or
here.
importance than a town or village.
That's better, but wrong.
Welcome to Ow! Welcome to Map Men.
We're the men,
and here's the map.
And then cinema therapy.
In the majority of the world where it's
This
not
episode is
Britain,
brought
the
to you by
definition of
Squarespace,
city
the
is
all-in-one
reasonably
platform to build
reasonable.
a
In Japan, a city is any
Someone
settlement with more than
wise should
50,000
take
people.
over and
In the
make
USA,
people
There,
a
this
city
is-
anywhere with its own incorporated government.
speaks to
This is how you
person
watch
who sees themselves as the
YouTube
smartest
videos,
person
right?
in the room and
Here is a map
legitimately
of
the
all
best
76
person to
places
bring
in the
order
UK
to
that are
chaos.
officially
And that's
classed
the
as
thing about
cities.
manipulators,
New
generally
York, Heard of
narcissists.
there, Liverpool, Manchester,
It's not just a
Bradford,
lust
Leeds,
for
and so on.
power for
But among them
Palpatine.
are some surprising and seemingly...
This is how I watch all of my
person's
videos.
job.
Ely, with just 20,000 people.
That's how you watch streams,
And
yeah.
on a smaller scale in our lives,
and St.
you have
David's
somebody
with
who
less than
says,
1,000
Streams don't have as
"You don't know
constant
what you want."
talking
for a flash mob.
as
You know
YouTube
what you want.
videos.
I
There are some
do.
very
You're
Your
not
ADHD
the
likes this too
Somebody makes the
much.
decisions for
Where's
you.
better?
And they
Or
do it
Northampton?
with such
Or Bournemouth?
flattery
The
and
most
such
surprising
pretend
omission on
warmth,
this list is
or
none other
even
than
real
London.
warmth, but
Britain's
it just comes
capital
from a
city
really
is
Okay.
unhealthy, controlling
It's
place.
not a city.
Although
that we buy
confusingly,
into
Greater
it and
London
we
contains
start to
within it the
give
city of
more
Westminster
and more
and the tiny,
power.
confusingly named
And
City of
I like
London,
this
which is not
about
the same as London.
There we go.
So what's
You get the
going
idea. Who will win? Oh, it's currently looking like Map Men. 10 votes to 5. You vote 3. I'm going to call it soon. Any hiding voters, this is your last chance to have your say. Jay Foreman's non-Map Men content. He does funny songs. Sure, okay. You'd have for 3 minutes and tornadoes went. Yes. It was close. But cinema therapy took it. Okay. I'm going to call it there. Your winner of Ultimate YouTuber / YouTube channel is the Map Man. Woo. Good job. I enjoyed their content. I will watch more of it. So they will go up against what we decide is the best book, and then we'll have to see if we're cultured or not. If we prefer, I don't know, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein over Map Men. I did say tornadoes were just spinning water. Yeah, I'm sorry. No mutinies, not allowed. Best book is going to be messy. Yeah, book is very broad. But yeah, there we go. We did it. Oh, I realize it's Star Wars Day today, and we're not doing any Star Wars related content. That's too bad. But I guess we could have landed on a category where Star Wars could have joined in. Have we done? We've done best fantasy character. I think there was a best sci-fi character. Wasn't there? I can't find it now. Best sci-fi character, yes. But I guess doing that on Star Wars Day would have been unfair to the other characters. Right, I will download that. We'll put it on.
Pants26 has signed a CEO contract.
Chat God app is now running.
What? Okay. I mean, what is this for, Andy Pants? Hang on, I need to go to a scene that has. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's don't look at that. That's something else I'm working on. Hang on. Load avatar. CEO. There we go. Was that? It's currently listening to me. Hang on. Let me I was gonna go a break, Andy. Hang on. I'll set you up so you can talk. There's several steps to. I couldn't quite automate the whole thing. Hang on. Andy Pants. No, I clicked the wrong button.
Andy Pants 26 is now the CEO.
Okay. Go ahead, Andy.
Yay.
What's your problem? Oh, that's the wrong place.
My Midwestern heritage compels me to defend the honor of tornadoes.
Okay. Sure. Go ahead. Why are they not just spinning things of water that destroy everything? Why are you so in love
In
with...
penance for your sins,
What?
you must compose a poem of at least 4 lines about why tornadoes are cool and interesting.
Fine, okay. Can I do it here? Can I make a new... how do I make a new thing?
You can come back with it after the break if you want.
No, I'm gonna do it now. It's fine. Okay. Just gonna work out how to do this. Create a new design. There we go. Add text. There we go. You want a poem of at least 4 lines about why tornadoes are cool and interesting. Fine. You ready for this? The wheeling of water all around me.
Nice alliteration.
Destruction. Fear the skies. Daughter. Nature's erupting. Oh God, no. Please. No. Bye. There you go. Do you like it? It's in the shape of a tornado. That's my tornado.
B+.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Acceptable.
Good. I'm glad. Not all tornadoes are wedges, some are stovepipes or ropes. I mean, sure. There you go. Tornado. I'm glad you like it, CEO. Is there anything else you want to do?
That was all I wanted. I resign. Thank you.
Okay, good. Lovely. Well, get rid of Haddy Pants. Lovely. Good. Well, I'm going to a break. When we return, we will play some Stardew Valley. If you would like to join us, you can. And we will load it up. It should be fine. It was working fine last time. We'll do all the farming things. Good fun. Great. Back soon. Bye.